Hello and welcome to Chapter 3, Lesson 6. Today we're going to be talking about the associative property of multiplication. The associative property of multiplication shows that the way in which numbers are grouped, notice that was our grouping property before, it is also for addition, it is also our grouping property for multiplication. And it does not change their product. So what this one, just like addition, says is if I do 2 times 3 times 4, it would be the same. Like let's say I wanted to do 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. It would be the same as if I did 2 times 3 times 4 and chose to do 3 times 4 first, which is 12 times 2. 12 times 2 is 24. I get the same product, right? Product's the answer to a multiplication problem. So here we're going to practice the associative property of multiplication. Let's get started. Example 1. There are 2 video games in each value pack. Okay, 2 video games for a value pack. There are 6 value packs in each box. If Raul buys 3 boxes for his collection, how many video games will he have? So in order to solve this, we need to find 2 times 6, because we know that there are 2 video games in each value pack, but he has 6 value packs. And then I need to do that times the 3 boxes. So there are 2 ways to group the numbers. First off, I could do 2 times 6 first and get 12. Then I bring down my 3. 12 times 3. Helpful hint, use repeated addition to find 12 times 3. So 2 12s are 24. 24 plus 12 is 36. So my answer is 36. Well, let's test out the associative property of multiplication and see if it works. I could group 6 and 3. That would make 18. And 2 18s, I could use repeated addition. 18 plus 18, 8 and 8 is 16, and 3, 36. So my answer over here is also 36. Because remember when we put these parentheses, it means do it first. Okay, so Raul will have 36 games. Our friend, the associative property of multiplication, sure helped us out here. Doesn't matter which one we do first, because we'll get the same answer. Use the associative property of multiplication to find 9 times 2 times 4. So we're going to find 9 times 2 first. 2 groups of 9 are 18. 18 times 4. Okay, so we already on the last page knew that 2 18s are 36. So if I take 36 plus 36, 6 and 6 makes 12. 3 and 3 makes 6, plus 1 more is 7. I'd get 72. Okay, let's see if it works the same way here. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 9. Well, let's do the multiples of 9. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, and 81. Okay, so this would be 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our answer is 72. Let's see, do we get the same answer? Boop, boop. Yes, we did. And here, helpful hint says parentheses tell you what to do first. So here's what it says. It is easier to find 9 times 8 than 18 times 4. So they're saying maybe this would be the better way to do it. All right, let's keep practicing. Multiply, use the associative property. So if I do 3 times 3, I'd get 9. Bring down my 5. 5 times 9 is 45. Right? If I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That was 9 5s. Okay, here I'm going to do 4 times 2 to get 8 times 7. Now, let's see. If I add together 7 8s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'd get 16, 16, 16, and 8. 2 16s are 32. 16 and 8 is 24. So if I take 32 plus 24, I'd get 56. 56. Now, if you're somebody who says, Mrs. Hamer, I already know 8 times 7 is 56. Do you have to do all of this? No, you don't. But I just want you to have a strategy, too, if you get to a number you don't know how to multiply. We should always have strategies. This x, this multiplying sign, is supposed to be there, so let's just scooch it. Okay, here we're doing 3 times 1 times 6. So if I do 3 times 1, that's 3. And bring down my 6. 3 groups of 6. So 6, 6, 6. 12 and 6 makes 18. And there we have it. Let's keep practicing. Multiply, use the associative property. Okay, so now I have to choose. Do I want to multiply 5 times 2 or 2 times 7? I'm going to multiply 5 times 2 first because I know that makes 10. 10 times 7 is 70, so our answer here is 70. Okay, so am I going to do 8 times 3 or 3 times 2? I know 8 times 3 is 24, and I don't really want to multiply things by 24, so I'm going to do 3 times 2 first. Notice how I'm first putting the parentheses around the 2 factors I want to multiply together, and then I do my multiplying. So 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 6. 8 groups of 6, or I could also do 6 groups of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 16, 16. Oh, look at that. 3 16s. Okay, let's just add them together. 6, 12, 18, 1 and the 8. 1, 2, 3, 48. So 6 times 8 is 48. So my product is 48. Wonderful. There we go. Algebra, find the unknown in each equation. So what I first should do is figure out what is 4 times 8. So 8, 8, 8, 8. 16 and 16 is 32. So how many 32s do I need to make 64? Let's see, do I need 2? Look at that. I need 2 32s to make 64. There we go. Okay, so here I have 3 and 4. That makes 12. 3 times 4 makes 12. Times what equals 120. Okay, here's what I notice. I went from 12, and then there's an extra 0 here after the 12. So what do I do to get that? Well, let's use easier numbers. What if I said, well, what are 5? How do I get from 5 to 50? What do I have to do? Multiply by 10. What if I said, how do I get from 2 to 20? What do I do to get that? Multiply by 10. Oh, so then for me to get from 12 to 120, I multiplied by 10. So this number here should be a 10. There we go. If I ever said to myself, Kyle, I don't know, I could always do this. 120 minus 12 is 108. Minus 12 is, I don't know, what is that? Minus 8, minus 4 more, 96. Minus 12, 84. Minus 12, 72. Bringing my 72 up here. Minus 12 is 60 minus 12 is 48. Minus 12 is 36. Minus 12 is 24. Minus 12 is 12. Minus 12 is 0. So then we'd count how many minus 12s do I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would be the strategy I would probably have you use if you didn't know how to do it, or if you didn't know this pattern here. So there we go. That's all I have for you for today. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.